It is that time once again, Pro Cycling Manager 26. Last time our focus was sprints, but this time we'll go into the mountains. And of course, in this video, I'll play on extreme difficulty. Our plan is basically to take on a mini Tour de France with 3 mountain stages, starting off with this one, featuring the Col du Tourmalet, the second last climb before an easier climb to the finish. Our second stage is short and spicy with a famous climb at the finish, Alpe d'Huez, 14k 8%. But I reckon it's fair to say our final day is the queen stage of this year's tour. The fast climb is the Col de la Croix de Fer, 24k at 5%, so very climby. After that, a combination of the Col du Télégraphe followed by the Col du Galibier, so a lot of climbing as well. And lastly, a pretty tough Col de Sarenne which leads up to Alpe d'Huez at the finish. Honestly, I think that stage is gonna be brutal. I think you and I both know who the favorite is gonna be, TADEJ POGAČAR with 83 mountain stat. But actually, in the game, Jonas Vingegaard is also 83 mountain, but with worse secondary stats. Next to them, there's of course the French prodigy Paul Sixas with 82 mountain. Those 3 riders are the favorites for the podium, but I will pick someone else. I kinda wanna play with Red Bull Bora and a multi-leader strategy, with REMCO Evenepoel at 80 mountain, and of course Lipovic at 81 mountain. If I can somehow make them work together, then maybe a victory is possible. But okay, it is time to take on the Col du Tourmalet in stage 1. The stage has begun, and a first attack is here by Filippo Ganna into the breakaway, but because it's the first stage, I just don't think the breakaway is gonna win this one, so I'll try to focus on the peloton. Lipovic with a +1, so 83 mountain, and REMCO with 82 mountain, so both co-leaders. Now, I've been told that in Pro Cycling Manager 26 there's a small change where the flat stat is less influential in these mountain stages, so a Felix Gall should not get his yellow bar nuked on the flat before a climb. Anyway, as I expected, the breakaway is only 2 riders, so far from a danger, and the gap is only a minute 20 to the peloton, so the peloton is fighting for the win. On the first climb of the day now, the Col d'Aspin, 12k 6.6%, and my goal here is to chill in the peloton with literally everybody and try not to spend any energy. Because of course, I want to make my move on the next climb, the Col du Tourmalet. It is time, the Col du Tourmalet has begun, 17 kilometers 7.4%, and normally I don't use a mountain train, but this time I will. And already splits in the peloton with Enric Mas and Kian Uitenbroeks in a second group, so that is nice. Van Gils can go up to 87. I do want to make sure I don't overextend here because a mountain train takes more energy for my leaders than being protected. In the last 4 kilometers of the climb now, so I do want to attack pretty soon, so let's up it towards 94 on Roglic, and that is spending a lot of energy on Hindley and Pellizzari, which is not fantastic. 3k to the top, should I go with Evenepoel? I think I might consider doing that. I think that's my plan, and then Lipovic can sit in the wheel of TADEJ POGAČAR on the climb. Roglic is done for, so Hindley can go up to 94 and do the same work. Pellizzari can get out of the way because he's basically done for. And now I'll try to get ready with a move with REMCO Evenepoel, and I'll put him on effort cursor 99 after his attack. Lipovic can sit up and not follow that move. That is my plan on, let's say, 90, something like that. Let's see what happens. REMCO attacks and has a gap on the others with 2 kilometers to go. Energygel on him. Lipovic is simply gonna stay in the second group, but Isaac Del Toro is closing REMCO on the slopes of the Tourmalet, and that did not work at all, sadly. And I don't think attacking with Lipovic over the top will get me anywhere either, so I think we might as well sit up in this group of 12 with both my leaders and try to magically get Pellizzari back to the front. I think he's too far back, so it's Lipovic and REMCO alone in this group. And if we take a look at the final section of the stage, it is basically a false slide uphill, so I'm not sure how we can win this. Honestly, on PCM 26, I've noticed a few times that it's near impossible to move up in a downhill. Even when trying to get water with Evenepoel for Lipovic, it's simply not working. It is pretty funny that TADEJ POGAČAR is simply chilling at the back of the group, so he's not stressed at all about this. And actually, a small gap behind me, so I want to try and attack right now with Lipovic and REMCO and try and benefit from the fact that POGAČAR is at the back of the group. And is that working? We've got a small gap on the group with Mr. POGAČAR, and hopefully I can keep pushing here. Oh, Lipovic is struggling. What if I make a move with REMCO right now and try to attack Jorgensen and Jonas Vingegaard in the last 4 kilometers? Is that possible? That is exactly what I'm gonna do, and Mr. Lipovic can basically just sit in the wheel of Mr. Vingegaard, and Jonas is now gonna try and counter. He might, and he's gonna drop us right now with Lipovic, and our yellow bar is not looking good, so this is not great. Remco and Vingegaard riding to the finish line here, and he's got some energy, and I don't. But I want to keep on riding for GC here. There goes Remco for the sprint. Lipovic as well, but he's done for. Come on, Remco. Come on, come on, come on, buddy. Sprint, sprint, sprint. But Jonas comes around on the left side and will win this stage after the Tourmalet. But a fantastic outcome for Remco Evenepoel. POGAČAR does take time together with Jorgensen on. Lipovic, who does get dropped by the rest, so it's not a great stage for Lipovic. But sadly, Jonas Vingegaard is the first yellow jersey wearer of this mini Tour de France by 4 seconds only, bonus seconds on Remco Evenepoel. But okay, it's time to take on Alpe d'Huez in our second stage. My team is actually struggling quite a bit at the top of this second last climb, to the point that I've only got Lipovic, Evenepoel, Hindley and Roglic. The rest is gone, so a very selective race. 30 riders left in the peloton only. Okay, 14 kilometers, 8%. That is Alpe d'Huez. I've got myself on 82, 83. I'll try to play it defensively at the start of the climb. I low-key want to try and attack with Lipovic on this climb, but I'm struggling to move up because Almeida's pacing like a madman at the front, so this is not really working as planned. In the last 6 kilometers now on 85 with Remco Evenepoel, and Lipovic is protecting energy gel on Remco, but we're not looking good at all. We're spending so much energy just trying to follow, and Tadej POGAČAR is attacking together with Paul Sixas, and I simply cannot respond. I'm kind of hoping Jorgensen simply does the work for us with Jonas in the wheel, because my yellow bar is not enough to do something myself, so it's all about surviving today. But Paul Sixas and Tadej POGAČAR have 44 seconds up the road with 2 kilometers to go. I'm getting attacked now, but I've got some energy, so let's up it to 89 and try to drop everybody right here, because we're fighting for a potential podium. Can I get to the wheel of Vingegaard in this last kilometer? That is the question. 800 meters to go. I think I can beat him. I think I can beat him. Sprint, Remco, sprint. Come on, buddy. Get past Jonas. Get past Jonas. Try and beat him on Alpe d'Huez. I know it's for 3rd place, but... Oh! 4th place! Damn it! Like, I'm trying my best, but Jonas Vingegaard, Tadej POGAČAR and Paul Sixas are pretty good cyclists. And of course, beating Tadej POGAČAR at this mini Tour de France is gonna be super difficult in the next stage, but I'm gonna try to win. And with 3 monster climbs on the menu, the terrain is there to try something. Okay, my first step is trying to go into the breakaway on the first climb with Pellizzari and Hindley as satellite riders. Okay, the climb has begun. There goes Van Dijk with Pellizzari and Hindley in the wheel into the breakaway. That is my plan now, up to 99 on Van Dijk, and I think I'll just start pacing with Pellizzari and Hindley right now on 85 to make sure we make it in the breakaway, but Almeida closed us, so that failed. Let's try one more time with those 2 riders and try to work together in the group ahead, and we've got a gap. And UAE Team Emirates have 2 riders in the breakaway, Del Toro in the fast group and Adam Yates in the second group, so that is pretty notable. We've got Sivakov attacking as well. They're not going to have any domestiques in the peloton at this point. Ooh, wait a second. Split in the peloton, and Tadej POGAČAR is in the breakaway, and they're pacing him to the breakaway with Paul Sixas. What is happening? I reckon I'll try not to panic, and I'll stay in the second peloton segment. I can't call this a peloton, I'm sorry, but it's 6 riders up the road. Jonas is also there, but they might all be wasting energy in the breakaway, so I'm kind of okay with this. Okay, never mind. On the second bump of the Col de la Croix de Fer, the peloton is basically back together. That said, the break is 27 riders. Pellizzari and Hindley don't look that fantastic when it comes to the yellow bar, but I'm happy to have some satellite riders up the road, you know? Especially because the gap to the peloton is 7 minutes 20, and most of the UAE domestiques are in the breakaway and not in the peloton to pace. Ay, 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 the Col du Telegraph is about to start, and Tim Wellens is already done for in the peloton. Almeida and Soler are left. Those are the 2 riders UAE has to pace in this peloton for Telegraph and Galibier, so good luck controlling this breakaway, UAE. Oh la la, Soler is also done for in this peloton, so it's down to just Almeida for POGAČAR. This is perfection. And there we go. Primož Roglic attacks on the left side to try and put pressure on UAE, but they don't actually respond, so I guess that's an extra satellite rider up the road. And what if I go with Lipovic now on the left side? Is there gonna be a response by Joao Almeida? Not really. I'll just keep on going. Oh, Bahrain, really? You're gonna bail out UAE by pacing back Lipovic? Are you serious? But okay, now Almeida is having to pace back Lipovic, which is exactly what I wanted, and Roglic is being paced back by this as well, so let's sit up again, and now Almeida will keep on pacing, so I'm kind of okay with that, because I want Pogačar to be isolated on this climb. Oh, that's a move by Matteo Jorgensen now in the peloton. That's kind of surprising. I see a response by Carapaz and Paul Sixas and Jonas Vingegaard, but not Tadej Pogačar. So I'll sit up right now, and there goes Tadej. So now I gradually need to respond. Evenepoel is in the wheel again. Yes, indeed. And I'll actually counter. There we go. Evenepoel attacks with Jonas Vingegaard and Paul Sixas. So let's try to work together, because Pogačar is now having to close it himself. And of course, Jorgensen is now pacing for Jonas, and we also have Hindley right now who can pace on 85 in the group to make sure we can stay ahead, or actually just protect Evenepoel because it's 2k to the top and we are not looking fantastic. Poggi is dropping everyone one by one, but the gap is still 17 seconds. I do think he's gonna catch us in the last 400 meters, and we are out of energy, and Pogačar catches us at the top, and in the meanwhile, I accidentally dropped in the breakaway with Pellizzari, so that's not perfect. And I reckon that final climb is gonna be a banger with Paul Sixas, Pogačar, Jonas Vingegaard, Bilbao, Voeckelaar, and Rondel as my companions in only a 7-man peloton. But okay, the final climb is starting, so it's time to lock in. 13k 7% with an 8-man breakaway. Pellizzari is catching up with that breakaway as we speak, with a 4-minute gap to, oh la la, Jai Hindley is back for REMCO Evenepoel in the second group, so that is perfection, and I'll start pacing from the foot because I want to make a move on this climb. I simply can't just do nothing, you know? There we go, Hindley is done for. I'll wait until the road goes up again. There goes REMCO Evenepoel with a move with Jonas Vingegaard in the wheel. Let's try and work together on 95. Let's do 85, and should I drop back Pellizzari already? I'm not sure I should. I'll wait a bit until we have more separation in the second group. Just about 6k to the top, so there we go again, and they are once again in our wheel, so this is really not working. Back down to 85. I'll try and maintain position on 85 for a little bit. In the meanwhile, Pellizzari is dropping off the back of that breakaway on purpose on, let's say, 68 to try and... Ooh, is that an attack? No, it's a fall by Werenskjold. We've got Jonas going. I will not respond to that. I'll wait for the others to do so, and I'll get in the wheel of Tadej Pogačar to try and benefit from that, but we're losing red bar. We're losing red bar. Ay, 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 ay. Pellizzari, you gotta wait. Pellizzari, you have to wait now on Remco Evenepoel. We are now in damage control. We're getting dropped. Come on, Julio, bring us back. 85 pacing with Evenepoel in the wheel. That is perfect, and we're slowly but surely getting closer, but they're also attacking now with the boys of Pogačar in the second group, and Sepkus from the break is pacing for Jonas. That is bad for me. Come on, Remco, keep going. I was in such a great position, but we could not get separation, and then I got countered, and well, I got dropped, so I don't think I'll get back. Come on, Julio, keep on pacing me. 10 kilometers to go, and the gap is 50 seconds where Sepkus just keeps on pacing. He's out of energy now, so Paul Sixas takes over. Ay, ay, ay. Remco, it's your turn now, because Pellizzari is done for, but I think it's done for us. In the last K, Del Toro, Jonas Pogačar, and Paul Sixas, and the winner is gonna be Del Toro? Nobody's really sprinting until the last 200 meters, so that's a bit of a surprise, but Isaac Del Toro wins with utter ease from that attack, and we are trying to get the best result possible, and I think we are gonna finish off the podium of this mini Tour de France, but we definitely tried our best, I think. In the end, we were simply beaten by better climbers. Yeah, 4th place, a minute behind Paul Sixas, so the best climbers on the podium. Tadej Pogačar, Jonas Vingegaard, and Paul Sixas, with Remco Evenepoel in 4th place. And I think the sad reality is that if I played really defensively, I probably do finish on this podium, but I wanted to try to win, and it cost me. That said, with 80 mountain stat on Remco Evenepoel, it is supposed to be a difficult challenge to beat Paul Sixas, Jonas Vingegaard, and Pogačar, so it's realistic to lose the podium. But of course, I'm still a bit salty, you know? But okay, I very much enjoyed playing through those mountain stages, and I want to ask you, what videos on PCM26 do you want to see on my channel? Drop it in the comment section below. In the meanwhile, thank you for watching today's video, I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!